I'm Mike.
I'm Nathan.
And this is The Big N. Today in the show, we're going to give you our initial impressions of the Nintendo Switch. Has it been worth the hefty price? How are the motion controls? Is Breath of the Wild worth buying a new console for? We will answer these questions and more in our upcoming episode. For those looking for Breath of the Wild review, you'll have to wait a bit longer. We're sorry, but we're dedicated to getting the maximum time out of this game and playing it right to the end. So you'll have to wait until our next episode for our review of the game. Please look forward to that.
First, I want to go into some quick corrections. A couple of things that we talked about last episode that I made a mistake on. So last episode we were debating or trying to figure out who made Snipper Clips. We thought it was like Intelligent Systems, or we're bouncing ideas off the HAL Laboratory. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's actually developed by an indie company called SFB Games, and they're supported by Nintendo. So Nintendo is helping out with development for the game. And then Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn came out like 2009, 2010. It was actually 2007 that it came out.
Okay, we're off by a few years.
Yeah. I didn't realize it came out that early in the Wii's life cycle. That's crazy.
Yeah. I guess it's one of the first games, really. So we apologize for those corrections.
And so one of the things before we talk about our Switch impressions, is talk about Fire Emblem Heroes. I didn't feel we had to talk about that enough last time.
Yeah, we can go over it. There's been a lot of updates recently.
Yeah, so Nintendo's been updating pretty much on a daily basis, which is really nice.
Yeah, I mean, we got the new event, the popularity contest, so to speak.
Yeah, the voting gauntlet.
And we've had a number of changes to the arena. We also had a number of sort of additional contents coming up, such as maps of permanent death and reinforcements a la sort of traditional Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it's
an extra challenge, I guess.
Yeah, they're not going to be. It's not permanent death in a specific way, so you're not going to be losing your units permanently. Mm-hmm. So it's more of just during the event, you won't be able to use heroes in that specific event.
Okay. See, I couldn't figure out. Okay, now I see how it is. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like, because that would make people so angry if they made the wrong move and they lost you. They're 5-star. People would drop the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually mobile games are defined by how long they can keep that player's attention and keep them happy. And Nintendo's been, I guess, okay in that regard. They've been a little bit slow in terms of keeping people addressing fan concerns about it.
Like every week it seems there's something going on. It's either a new update or I don't know. I feel like they're pretty active listeners. You know what I mean? Like, it's been a month, and a lot of stuff has been updated or changed or adjusted in the last month.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people just get upset with the orbs not giving enough of them.
Oh, the damn orbs! It's pay to play. I mean, I have 140 orbs stacked. I'm just waiting for Ike, and
just you right now.
Yeah, I know other people people either expend these young characters they want, but I feel like they're pretty generous. Like every other week, we're getting 15 orbs here for doing nothing, 20 orbs because they made a mistake. I feel like they're pretty generous with these items.
Yeah, it's a lot of people prefer it because in some gacha games you're able to roll every day for a character or to have a chance for a character every day, and you can't do that in this game because you need to wait. Like, it seems like if you were to do absolutely nothing right now, you'd need to wait about 10 days to get enough orbs to do a full roll. So for some people that's just way too long.
Yeah, but then there's also but you get a lot of free orbs, and right now there's all those the challenges. You get 1, 2, or 3 orbs, or story mode you get orbs. You can't say that this is you can't get any characters with the orbs, and also they gotta make money off the game.
Yeah, no, that's the thing that kind of turns people off. Is yes, it's a gigantic money sink.
Well, I mean, that's the thing that what do people realize? Oh look, what a wonderful gift they gave us. If no one spent any money on it, then there'll be no game. They'll be like, yeah, guys, no one's making it. Game over. No more updates. You know what I mean? People have to spend money on it.
Yeah, I guess that is, after all, the point of a game is to make money nowadays. It seems, especially mobile games. That's why
all games are supposed to make money. I mean, as much as we love games, we find them as kind of a pure art. Art has to make money, whether it's a video game or a movie or a CD. Someone has to buy it.
Yeah, it's just was it blatantly obvious that I feel like you don't get as much enjoyment, especially because it's based on luck.
Yeah, well, that's true. I mean, I'm not a very lucky person. I only got 1 5-star, and I haven't done a lot of rolls. But I know other people get 3 5-stars in their first pull, or or the other people who are nuts and restart the game 5 times. I get people doing that. We talked about it last time, but I don't have the patience to do that. And again, I've said, to me, this is just a mobile game. I have to all that. I don't need this.
So yeah, there's also been a couple of hacking issues that with the games that people have been getting, like level 40 Xander, which you can't get in the game, and he's 10 plus. He's merged together with other Xanders 10 times. So that's
ultimate Xander.
Yeah, so that's happened. That's what a couple people reported.
Well, they adjusted that. I mean, the update. I think they tried to tackle.
Yeah, in the arena they've changed this so that now it's if you've merged allies together, you'll be placed together with other people who've merged allies. So they're kind of, so they're basically saying if you cheat, we'll just put you together with other cheaters.
Yeah.
So you can't take advantage of the system, which is nice. I mean, I don't think those changes have come through quite yet though.
I mean, you were telling me before that how their solution to banning players is taking away friends.
Yeah. So basically, if you're caught hacking, apparently a couple people have said, "Oh, I just can't add friends anymore." It's kind of just a little slap on the wrist from Nintendo saying that don't do that. Please don't do that. We're not going to punish you that hard.
And they're even lighthearted on the wrist slaps, Nintendo.
No friends for you.
We know you care a lot about your friends, so take that away.
Yeah, so it's this last time they've also addressed concern about people before, like, it happened like a couple weeks ago at this point, but they were planning on making stamina increase for training towers and whenever
your skills were going to decrease stamina, weren't you?
Yeah, when you learn a new skill, you have to pay stamina for that, but Nintendo's like, but fans were so like incensed over that Nintendo just rolled that back entirely.
But that's good. I feel like they've been pretty responsive, pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Especially since they're not going to upgrade their stamina, they better do more things to take away the stamina.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so we've had a couple. You mentioned already. We had like our voting gauntlet, and then we had the Grand Hero battles, which happens. It seems like every 2 weeks now. It seems. Yeah. So you get an exclusive character. They're just fighting a really hard map.
Yeah, I can't say I've beaten any of them yet because they're just so difficult.
I've done at least the easy mode or normal mode of all of them. Mm-hmm. So I've gotten like all the heroes so far. It seems.
So yeah, and I mean. They've been a lot of updates. Even recently, they're talking about even more content, like more hero battles, items for characters. I think they said, like some kind of equipable item. And I mean, I haven't beat story mode yet, but I know people said the story mode kind of just stops. I mean, I think it'd be nice if they added a few more chapters to the story. Yeah,
because basically what happens in story mode is that in normal mode they'll show you the cutscenes. They'll have the cutscenes, but in hard and lunatic there won't be any cutscenes.
Really?
Yeah. So basically only normal mode has a story.
Oh, okay.
If you go through like the paralogs and the xenologues too, like in the game, if you know normal mode, then it shows you the story. But other than that,
to be fair, people are not playing hard mode to get more orbs.
Yeah, people play like story mode to get more orbs. We don't care about the story. They are expanding on the story though, which is kind of nice. So the recent xenologue has more background on Princess Veronica.
Oh, she's like, I'm sad.
She's basically saying she hears his voice in her head, and then the most recent xenologue says that there are other members of that Emblem family that seem to be controlling Veronica. So
okay, it's a mobile game. Not that it's gonna have the most it's in the rating
crazy story. Yeah, like we'll probably get the story over the course of like the year.
Yeah. So, but I just again I only check in every morning now because Zelda, but I'm just surprised by the amount of content like. Even though I'm not playing anymore, it's, again, mostly because of Zelda, I just feel like, the only thing that annoys me is that the slow drip of new characters. I'm waiting for my Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn characters.
Same here.
Really like to make a team of 4 of just
those characters.
Oh, yeah. I'd be super happy.
Like you didn't even do it too.
That's why I'm making my 140 orbs, stockpiling. But I get other people getting angry. I mean, it's, again, you're just like right. It is luck based, and that can be annoying. But they also make money somewhere and. Again, no game, they'll make money. There's no game, right? Or there'll be no more new content. They'll just, be like other mobile games where they just kind of die, right?
Yeah, they gotta mention that like trying to get Ike because a lot of fans have speculated that they're not going to do that until like the player base drops to an all-time low, and then they'll introduce Ike because people will come back and try and get him.
God damn it, Look! I want Ike. I mean, I'm staring at his amiibo right now. It's right in front of me. I hear finally character.
He's on the title screen for the game.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, if you actually wait on the title screen and scroll past all the characters, Ike's on there.
Oh,
but he's not in the game yet. Like every other character on the title.
I didn't know he's on the title screen.
Yeah. You have to wait long. Like when you start the game up, it's just Fire Emblem Heroes, and all the characters scroll across the screen.
Okay. Yeah. I think I meant like the one that's like downloading the game and they have like the.
No, not that one.
Okay, I see.
I mean, like the opening, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what other updates they put in, and as they keep trying to keep fans involved in the mobile game. I think it'd be interesting if they tried to put other sort of kind of more classic elements of Fire Emblem, like the reinforcements and permanent deaths, just to make it more variety. I think that's always good, especially in a game where it's a pretty simplified version of Fire Emblem.
Yeah, so that'll come in a future event. So it'll be like the voting gauntlet would be something else, I assume.
Mm-hmm. So certainly something we'll keep our eyes on and we'll discuss in the months ahead if there's more additional content. And since there's a lot of Fire Emblem coming out, I'm sure we will be discussing it.
We'll talk more about Fire Emblem. There's lots of Fire Emblem to discuss in the coming year.
Mm-hmm. Lots of Fire Emblem. And recently Nintendo had a Nindies Showcase where they showed off some of their sort of smaller titles from indie studios supporting the Switch either at launch or within the year.
Yeah, most of it are within the year.
Yeah. So I think it's good to see that Nintendo, has tried, relatively speaking, to make an effort and get indie games on the system early on and show them that they're important. Mm-hmm. And even though there are some issues around pricing, which it does annoy me when there are certain titles which are like $10 extra on a Switch, and the reason seems to be it's just Nintendo, so there's gonna be an extra $10. I think Rim was the one.
Yeah, Rhyme.
Sorry. Which is a title I was interested in. I think I've spoken last episode or 2 episodes before. I said, I kind of want the game. It's kind of my kind of game. And when they're like, it was supposed to be 30 or 35, now it's going to be 40 or 45. Why? It's Nintendo. And I got pretty pissed off. I'm like, I'm not paying $45 for this game.
The other case I don't think anyone's mentioned yet is actually Puyo Puyo Tetris. Because at EB, it's $40 for the PS4 version and $55 for the Switch version.
Now, did the PS4 version come out a couple earlier, years?
I don't think it comes out any earlier. I think it comes the same day. I haven't checked.
So it's not an exchange rate. It's just Nintendo.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean that, and actually, Yooka-Laylee is actually another one because it sounds like most likely when it comes out on the Switch, it'll be more expensive on the Switch than the other systems. That's my guess. I just had a gut feeling, which is why I stuck with the downloadable version.
One thing I actually thought of right now is when they're showcasing the Yooka-Laylee, they mentioned it was Team 17 and not Playtonic doing the Switch version.
Team 17 is doing the
PS4 and Xbox One version. Yeah. But I also heard them mention that during the showcase, I'm not sure if the Nintendo rep just kind of messed up, but he said Team 17 presents Yooka-Laylee, not Playtonic.
That's strange.
But I'm not sure what else Playtonic. Which other version is it?
I think Team 17
is the PC version they're working on. Playtonic.
Yeah, maybe Team 17. I think is just doing all the ports. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I assume the PC is the main thing, and the Playtonic's working on. Then Team 17 will do the Switch version too. Mm-hmm. That's weird because Playtonic was supposed to do the Wii U version.
I guess we'll find out, right? I mean, maybe we'll have another announcement soon. Hopefully, it's a game that we're interested in here.
Yeah.
And there were some other games. I think Blaster Master Zero just came out.
Yeah, Blaster Master Zero came out a week and a half ago now. So that's this kind of like I guess a kind of pseudo sequel. I guess Zero might be a prequel to the original Blaster Master on NES. Mm-hmm. Same vehicular combat and general action of the original, which is always good. It's good to see some nice old school games on the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of old school, we got Wargroove, which is basically like Advance Wars.
Yeah,
and I saw the trailer. Like, oh look, it's Advance Wars.
I'm basically really happy to see Wargroove because it looks just like like I mentioned Advance Wars, and we haven't had Advance Wars since Days of Ruin.
It's funny how a bunch of these indie studios have picked up on these franchises that Nintendo, for a lot of fans, hasn't touched. Like, here's your
Axiom Verge, here's Metroid.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, I'm assuming they're selling well enough that they see this gap and they're filling it. So we'll see what other games Nintendo produces. Other indie games come in to fill in those. But it's nice to see, I think, that Nintendo is bringing in these indie games. I know you're a fan of Stardew Valley.
I'm not a fan of it, but I've never played it personally, but a lot of people are, and it's important that Nintendo actually picked it up. So Stardew Valley will make its way to the Switch sometime this year, and it'll have its multiplayer mode exclusive, well, not exclusive to the Switch, but Switch will be the first console to get the multiplayer mode.
But do you think a game that's been released, a year ago is going to do well on the Switch? I mean,
it should, because Stardew Valley it's kind of like Harvest Moon, and Harvest Moon is always better on a portable system, in my opinion, just because it's such a gripping game that once you're playing it, it just sucks you into its world and won't let you go for a while. So it's always good to take that with you on the go. And the Switch is, that's its main purpose, right? Yeah, to take those nice console games for you on the go. Yeah. So I guess it'll be interesting to see in the coming months what other indie games are on the Switch, and also, I guess, jumping off that, what other third-party companies will put their games on the Switch. I mean, it is nice to be hearing that
at the very least, people say developing for the Switch is a lot easier than the Wii U.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will see more games ported, and hopefully it won't be 5 years after. I'm still hoping Resident Evil 7 will get ported to the Switch.
Well, we'll see about that. I can't remember what Capcom actually came out with a statement about that, but I can't remember what
they
they said.
First it sounded like no, but then after not necessarily no. I feel like they're just waiting to see how the Switch does, right?
Yeah, I suppose most developers are just waiting.
I just don't really know how a game like Resident Evil 7 would perform on the Switch. That's the question, right?
Yeah.
But
because Capcom's testing the waters of Super Street Fighter 2 or
is that really a test though?
Ultra Street Fighter 2 to the Final Challengers or whatever the heck it's called.
That seems like a really low risk test. Yeah, it's not like
it's kind of like with the Wii U. It's also low risk test. So it's kind of like people put Ubisoft put Assassin's Creed 4 on it.
Yeah.
People actually put Call of Duty Ghosts. So it's kind of those are always the games that will probably do well, but we just want to test the waters basically.
Mm-hmm. But let's get into our Switch impressions. So I found launch was pretty good. I got online. I did pre-order, but pretty civil. Got my Switch no problem. Got my $100 Pro controller, which I'll admit hurt me a bit, but it's also the best way to play the console, so I don't regret at all paying $100. I had to buy a hard carrying case, and probably spent with snipper clips, which I purchased, and what else did I get?
Amiibos?
I did get thank you. I did get the Archer Breath of the Wild amiibo, which looks amazing. So I probably spent $650 on the Switch.
Then there's little me here. I spent $830 on the Switch because I bought pretty much all the things you did. But the Zelda I actually bought special edition, so that increases my
cousin also got special edition. I wanted a special edition. Gone Amazon in 1 second.
Yeah, I actually got mine by accident because I went to work and the manager was just mentioning to a customer, he's like, "Yeah, the special edition for Zelda came in today." I'm like, "Wait, what? Give me one of those right now."
Man, that really annoyed me. A really nice carrying case.
Yeah. That's kind of weird for me to say that's primarily what I wanted, but I did want that carrying case.
Well, that was the main thing for me. If I'm gonna buy a carrying case, might as well get the Zelda one. It looks so good.
It looks awesome. I love it. But yeah, that's with that, and I pretty much bought everything you did. The only thing extra I bought was Bomberman as well, so I probably...
I can't believe you bought Bomberman.
Hey, I need something else to play.
Zelda's not gonna satisfy you?
Well, remember how I was mentioning... Actually, I never mentioned on the podcast because we kind of moved on from Zelda really quickly last... we were talking about our hands-on impressions.
Yeah.
But actually, I wasn't a fan of the demo that I played at the Switch event. So I thought, so I'll play Zelda for a little bit and maybe take a break, and then I'll play Bomberman or Snipper Clips. But no, that didn't happen.
There's no breaks of Zelda.
No.
It's morning,
day and night.
Yeah.
And night is way too long. My sleep schedule's all messed up now because of Zelda.
Yep.
I'm going to bed at times I really shouldn't be going to bed.
Got a few text messages from my cousin. 4 a.m. Still playing Zelda. Going to work at 8. I don't care. It's a very addictive game, but we'll definitely talk about that more next month.
Yeah. Can't wait for that. That'll be fun. Have a fun discussion about that.
So it is pricey, and especially with Canada with our low dollar adding an extra 25%. So for me, that's $150 basically. And if it was at the American price level, I'd say it's more reasonable. But still, if people ask me, is it worth it? I'm not upset about my purchase. I don't regret it at all. I really am having fun with the Switch. And Breath of the Wild is the only, except for Super Cooks, but putting that aside, Breath of the Wild is my only game. And I'm glad I bought the Switch for Breath of the Wild. It kind of demonstrates, what's so good about it. But I would tell some people definitely to wait a bit because not exactly a lot of games out right now. There's hopefully a lot more coming out later, and maybe there'll be a bundle at Christmas. But yeah, $650 was pretty expensive for what's essentially a very small box with a tablet.
Yeah, my 830 is also something that man, that hurts. But at the same time, I also don't really regret it right now. There's a couple that I could also say I love Zelda and everything, but playing this much right now is probably not entirely worth it. I'd say wait as well, probably until a bundle comes out, or even until it's holiday when Mario will be out by then. Then we'll have Splatoon 2, we'll have ARMS,
Final Warriors,
Xenoblade. Yeah, Xenoblade maybe. I'm still doubtful about Xenoblade.
I'm hoping. You can hope, right?
You can hope, but remember what happened with X. X took forever.
Yeah, but I really feel like Nintendo, for all their faults as a company, I feel like the one message they got was, wow, we have to fix our release schedule and not have one game every 6 months. Because I think a lot of people saw the Wii U, there's no games.
Yeah.
Like, everyone saw my collection, like, why do you only have like 5 games? Why are they all first party? I'm like, yeah, there's nothing. There's not much. And I feel like, if all goes well, they're going to have kind of 6 or 7 big titles in one year. And I can't remember a year where on one Nintendo system where I got 6 or 7 games in one year.
Yeah, even on the Wii, and definitely the Wii U, there's maybe like 1 or 2 good games a year.
Yeah. I don't even remember on the Wii when I got I don't think there's any year on the Wii I even got that many titles.
Yeah, but this year is like a bunch of good games if they all come out.
Yeah, if they all come out. But it's funny, we're talking about, we're spending all this money on this console, and you open the box, and you basically get the dock, which is essentially a little box. You get the tablet, and you get this HDMI cable and a very tiny power cord, and that's it. And it costs $450. So
yeah, as soon as I open the box, as soon as you open the box, the Switch itself and the 2 Joy-Cons are there. And I'm looking at the Switch, being like, I spent like all this money on this little tiny thing.
Yeah. In that sense, you're just like, what did I just buy? It's not quite the same as a Wii U. It's like, why did I buy this? But, and
a whole different feeling with the Wii U.
Yeah. And I mean, and so far, I'm pretty happy. I mean, there's a few, in terms of looking at the console itself, there's the fact that the kickstand for the tablet handheld is this tiny flimsy little thing that looks like it'll break off with even the slightest pressure. Yeah. And people have already been like chastising Nintendo for it. Especially like, we have ready-made kickstands available. Everyone breaks there. So it's like
that says a statement that Nintendo has replacement kickstands already.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Like, I'm like making sure my Switch is always on the most stable platform. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, even when you open the thing, it makes this nice creaking sound.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to break as soon as you push it too far.
I think the SD card's also located under it or something.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very odd place to put it.
So basically this Nintendo saying, please don't use this kickstand. We just put it on here just because.
Yeah. I mean, that's not as bad as the power charger slot being on the bottom.
Oh, that's a pain.
Yeah,
I don't know why they did that.
And now, so you can't actually play the game in the portable mode with the kickstand out by charging it. Not that it matters because the charger is so damn short. It's like what, 1 foot?
It's
what, 1.5 feet?
It's like maybe 2.5, 3 feet, maybe.
Yeah,
I didn't measure it, but it seems that short.
It's ridiculous. Like you pretty much can't charge it. You better have a charger right next to your Switch.
Yeah, it's kind of like the NES Classic. People complain about the NES Classic with it's like 2 foot controller cord, just cutting down on wires. Basically, it seems.
Man, it makes me think like when we got those GameCube controllers with Smash. It was like, what was that? Like one moment of like, sure, they're paying $90 for 2 controllers. Let's give it an extra long cord.
Yeah,
then we'll cut back on everything else. But looking at the Switch, and I'll say, playing it either on sort of traditional mode on television, handheld mode, or as I kind of call it, Wii U mode, or kind of putting the kickstand up and playing with my Pro Controller, it works pretty seamlessly. Taking it on the Switch, game goes straight away. Honestly, I'm surprised how much I like playing Zelda handheld. I thought it was going to be too small. Like, I can't play Zelda on a small screen. It's Zelda, it's got to be on a big television. But no, it works, and I don't know if it's just the screen, or maybe because I have this awesome controller that feels great, and I never feel like it's too small or clunky. It really works, and I think that really bodes well for the system.
Yeah, it's good that they nailed the portable mode. Like, a lot of people were worried a little bit, including myself, because I looked at the Switch as basically like, this is basically the size of a gamepad.
Yeah.
So, I imagine people aren't going to be too happy about this, but no, people actually like the portable mode.
No, I think it's all criticisms you can make about it, and there are some. Definitely is the one that you can't criticize. The portable mode works really well. Mm-hmm. The only thing is that the battery, if you're
been on the FE side.
It could be better. I mean, Zelda, if you're playing on kind of good on a strong brightness, you got 3 hours, and that's not terrible. It's not like the Wii U where I feel like I constantly had to charge it. The Switch is like, well, 3 hours. I can get enough gameplay out of it that I'm satisfied, but if I had an extra hour or two, I feel like just that little extra, I'd be happy.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I go to school, I have to bring my charger with me just in case. But when it gets to that point, I feel like it really should be a little bit bigger. It should last longer.
Yeah, because one of the selling points is supposed to be, well, you bring it on the go, and you're not supposed to carry, half your console stuff with you, like the old days where you have your console and your HDMI cable and your charger and your 5 controllers and your 18 games. And I'll admit, it's much easier to carry around other things. You know, I just have my carrying case. If I just want to bring the console, I can bring just a carrying case, and maybe I don't have to bring my Pro Controller, but I like playing it. But even that, I could just bring the Joy-Cons attached to it, and that's it.
Yeah.
But, if you actually want to get some battery life out of it or play with some friends, and, you might have to bring at least the charging cable. So, a little annoying, but maybe the next they make a Switch 2.0 in 3 years or something, upgrade. Maybe they'll update the battery.
Yeah, another thing I'm hoping that they do. Well, actually no, it's more of a personal complaint. But the dock for some reason has a door, so where you stick all your cables in, the HDMI, power, and USB, it's located behind a little door on the back of the dock. Mm-hmm. It's just weird for me to have that door there. I know it's there to protect against dust, so when Slave's not plugged in, dust doesn't get inside.
I kind of like the door. It just kind of looks kind of nice. I don't know, just it kind of hides things.
Yeah, but the other thing is you have to plug it in sideways.
Yeah.
That part's weird. I don't know why it's not just vertically.
Yeah.
You have to plug it in horizontally for some reason.
I just want to clean up your cords. I'm looking straight ahead into my
vertically,
game library now. It's pretty messy back there. About 18,000 cords from my Wii, my Wii U, and my Switch are all beside each other right now, and so I guess it's kind of nice that it's a bit, cleaner in that sense. But yeah, it's a strange little decision. But but actually, so it's good. It's fun to play with, and it's fun to play on the go. Playing on the bus or taking upstairs, playing at my room, or taking it around. It works well. Mm-hmm. Now actually turning it on, it's pretty lean. This is sort of the other thing people are talking about with the price. Is turn it on. It's my joke to some people. It's basically a GameCube on the go, because it has no internet. The only technically thing you have is the eShop.
Yeah. So
outside the eShop, it's basically there's no internet, no Netflix, no real other features. We have, I guess you can put amiibos in, which is nice. And I will say as an aside, I really like that the Pro Controller and the Joy-Con controller, you can use amiibos on the fly. That's nice. But it's funny that there's nothing. It's you don't even have, like you were saying, there's not even sounds. Not even a little theme.
The theme on there is just silence.
Yeah.
That's basically what you can enjoy on your main menu. And the little click sounds you make when you switch menus, and the ring sound when you hit something in a menu.
It's it's pretty much the definition of bare bones. It's like a GameCube. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I really hope they add in some themes on the eShop soon for some games.
Yeah,
it may be easy to bring in a Breath of the Wild theme.
I wouldn't be surprised if in like 2 months from now there's be some giant, huge update where it's all these features are going to be enabled.
Yeah.
Because I also I remember. I got used to the themes of 3DS. At first I don't want to pay money, but I'm like, no, it's kind of nice having a theme. So I want a theme in my Switch. I want just the black background.
Yeah, the black or the white background. Yeah. You have the option there. It's black or white.
Actually, my brother was like, I didn't know there was two. He's like, oh, what else there? No, there's just white and black, Chris. It's pretty bad, but again, I think they just want to kind of get it out there and, just add things in later, like online play, for example.
Yeah. Let's hope that improves soon.
But, I think the controllers are pretty good. Again, the Pro Controller, $100, sorry. It is pricey, but, it's got a 40-hour battery.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. I've only had to charge it once, and I played Breath of the Wild for almost, 70, 80 hours. And
yeah, that's not an exaggeration that Nintendo put forth as 40 hours. It actually is 40 hours.
And, it has the amiibo reader in it. It has the gyroscope. It has, the motion controls with the Pro Controller. So a lot of things are going on. It's a very nice controller. Totally worth the money. It is pricey, but I feel like at all the things, I'm like, that's my best purchase. Except, say for Zelda, but that's the thing I'm most satisfied with out of the whole thing. I'm like, man, this is a great controller, and that's my main controller. I don't even use the Joy-Con thing.
The grip is, okay at best.
Yeah. I'll say the Joy-Cons, I got to play Snipper Clips a bit, multiplayer, and, I thought I have pretty large hands, but actually work pretty well. As a little controller in my hand. Yeah. I think they work well for a game like Snipper Clips, which is pretty simple. It's a puzzle game. Can't really see myself playing, say, a game like Zelda with one of those little controllers.
No, you can't.
Or Mario Kart. I cannot see myself doing that. But I think they work fine. And they did adjust. They did have an update where they fixed the connectivity issues because there was some connectivity issues between the Switch and the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, it still happens on occasion. For example, when I play in my handheld mode, sometimes the right Joy-Con will come loose for whatever reason. People can play with the left one, mine's the right one. I have no idea why it happens.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because I'm putting much pressure on the Joy-Con, it comes loose. But that's my only real complaint with connectivity.
Yeah. And I think the loading times seem pretty good. I like, again, the instantaneous switch between your television to the screen, or just kind of turning it off, just very quick, which is good. Very good for on the go. Again, Breath of the Wild is my only game I have really, but I think it loads pretty fast. I don't really have any issues. I mean, I've seen worse.
Yeah.
5-10 seconds depending on where you're going.
Yeah.
Mostly for things like shrines.
And it's nice that it's not everywhere for Breath of the Wild. It's only at shrines and if you teleport. That's the only time you see loading screens.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that game, man. Those loading screens every time.
Everywhere loading screens.
Yep. Oh, I think I was mentioned that it actually loads better if you download games. Like if you download a game onto your Switch, it loads faster than if you have a cartridge version.
Yeah, it's funny that the handheld is actually people say the frame rate issues are a lot better on the handheld than on...
That's weird for Zelda. Yeah, I actually noticed it because I play on both pretty often. Mm-hmm. But I noticed in certain areas the Switch while it's docked, Zelda will run less smooth while it's docked than when it's on a handheld. So I think that's more of Nintendo optimizing the game properly before releasing it. They probably needed it out for Switch launch, so they didn't really get to test it as much.
So maybe future games would be. We just see also Mario Kart, which was a very powerful game, and was ran very smoothly on the Wii U. It'd be interesting to see if that has any issues going over to the Switch.
I think they released a statement saying that it's going to have the same thing on the Wii U, where it's going to be they'll run 1080p 60 FPS while you have 2 players, but once you move on to 3 or 4, then it drops the frame rate again. So that's a bit unfortunate, but you gotta make concessions.
Well, especially if you have 8 people playing, 8 switches. Yeah. I mean,
if you have 8 switches, if it's fine if it's 8, if you have 8 on Switch, but if you play on one Switch, then it'll drop down again.
And again, we've mentioned at the beginning that we will be reviewing Zelda next month. I'll say hopefully we will have thoroughly beaten the game. It's a long game, a lot of things are doing it. So
I've been distracted so much from them doing the main story. I've only just got back on track.
Yeah, it's really easy to get just bogged down in the game and going off an adventure for 5 hours, exploring one tiny part of the map.
And before oh wait, I need to go back to the story. Oh wait, there's something else over there.
Yeah. So look forward to our review next month. At least we both got snipper clips. I would say at the $30-$35 price, it seems to me like a very good price, and I think there should be more Switch games in that price range.
Yeah.
1-2 Switch would be $70.
Bomberman 2.
Yeah. So, but I played Snipper Clip with a few friends, and we had quite fun. It was fun with playing with the Joy-Con. I think it used the motion controls pretty well, and used the local co-op experience. Again, bringing the Switch on the go was very easy to set up, and just playing with 2 friends. It was pretty fun, so I think it'd be interesting to see there's other games like that, and again, seeing if more people pick up the Switch, and having 4 people with them in the room. I mean, I think there's a lot of opportunities there. Yeah,
Snipper Clips is way better with co-op. I play the game. I'll play the game single player because I don't have anybody else to play with, and it's not nearly as much fun as 2 people. Cause I played it with my cousin when I went to my uncle's house to play. I brought my Switch over with me, and my cousin and I played, and was way more fun.
Yeah, I don't think I buy the game as a single player game.
I have to. So
yeah. So gotta make some friends, Nathan. You have to be a portable, demo station for Nintendo. Just go around and be like, hey, who wants to play the Switch?
I'm wearing my Nintendo Switch that I got from Nintendo. So
yeah, you're wearing the uniform right now.
Yeah, no, I'm basically wearing my Nintendo uniform. You would not mistake me. You could mistake me for a Nintendo representative with this shirt on.
So you also picked up Bomberman, which I gotta say, I liked Bomberman back on the N64, back when they were kind of a true 3D platformer, and I do like the multiplayer as well. But I haven't played Bomberman pretty much since N64, and I don't know, it just seemed a pretty rushed game.
Yeah, this game was not. It's not the best game. I'll just say that. For one thing, the camera's really weird. I can't really tell sometimes if there's if I'm on the upper level or lower level, I can't tell sometimes, so I'll bomb myself. Or I can't tell if it's a hole because it's not obvious, so I'll kill myself that way. So that way led to a lot of deaths were totally unintentional.
And I got that big patch because apparently you can't play online multiplayer with that lag.
Yeah, I didn't get to play during that period, so I guess I missed that.
That's probably a good thing.
That's probably a good thing. But it doesn't bode well for that. I mean, I don't know who's in charge, if it's Nintendo or Konami or both. It does in charge of the servers there, but that's not a good sign right off the bat.
Yeah, especially when we're paying for online services soon.
Yeah, that better improve. When Mario Kart 8 comes out, I'm trying that online, and it better be good.
Mario Kart 8? What's that?
Mario Kart 8.
Oh, Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. No, I mean, we will be paying for online soon, which I can't say I'm thrilled to do. And I know you were saying about the one free NES game.
One free NES or SNES game you can play for 1 month before they take it away from you.
We'll see if they change that. I mean, Nintendo, recently, they sold 1.5 million units. They just announced they're planning to double their stock to 60 million units for this year. So, to me, they seem, I don't want to say flexible, but receptive right now. And I feel like they really want to make this work. So I think they're really trying more than usual to actually listen to people and maybe, fix some of their, historic problems that we all laugh about and just say, oh, Nintendo, only you.
To be fair, I kind of wish that Nintendo read the internet before, because there's still a lot of hype even going into launch after the presentation. Mm-hmm. A lot of people kind of lost interest in it after the presentation, but a lot of people also just learned about it and now they're interested.
Yes.
And I get calls every day at work just asking if we have Switches, and I'm like, nope, sorry.
Well, I think the console, I'm really surprised. Again, I think the handheld mode works perfectly, and in some ways the biggest flaw of the Wii U, beside the game, I mean, the two biggest flaws, to correct myself, with the Wii U was there was no games, relatively speaking, and that the main concept, the two screens, never really worked 100%.
Never really worked. And
we never got a game that... There's a few games that use the Wii U gamepad, but most of it was just fancy maps.
Yeah.
And Splatoon had aiming. But we never got something truly innovative that used both screens. And terrible Star Fox where bad controls. We never got something truly innovative with the Wii U's gimmick, so to speak. Yet the Switch, the thing of taking on the go works perfectly, number one. And number two, the game library for the Switch, again, we're talking about, 5 or 6 games coming out this year. I remember when the Wii U came out, we had a bad Mario game at launch, not even like a top tier one, like a B one.
Yeah.
We had Pikmin in August, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I remember that was awful. And now for the Switch, we had, again, we have Zelda right now. Again, only one game, not exactly the best launch, but this premier title. And then through Christmas, we have Mario, we have Mario Kart, we have Splatoon, we have Fire Emblem Warriors. I mean, if these all come out on time, really, Nintendo, I think they fixed their scheduling problems or realized, we have to have games at a pretty constant rate.
Yeah. So it's good to see that happening now.
Yeah, well, I think they had to. I mean, I think those complaints were legitimate, as a Wii U owner. I mean, we both were, but you remember the 6-month dry spells, the 8-month dry spells, where there was no games. And, luckily the 3DS was pumping out games during this time, but it was pretty bad with the Wii U.
Yeah, we just got over one, actually. After Tokyo Mirage Sessions, there was nothing for 6 months. I don't remember a single release for the Wii.
Paper Mario.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We just didn't buy it because we didn't care. It was that bad.
It's funny because a lot of people actually say it's really good, but we missed. We skipped that one.
That's where one day we'll review that game in a retro review.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty confident about the Switch. It's a bit pricey, but I'm pretty happy with my purchase. I'm really having a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to playing more games on it.
Yeah, for me, as I said last time, my main thing was waiting for Splatoon 2, and next weekend is actually the global test fire, so the beta will happen next weekend, and can't wait to hop into that. Part of the reason why I wanted to do the podcast today, because next week is this global test fire, and I want to play that.
I guess I should try it. I'm still on the fence about Splatoon 2, but we'll see. See how that online turns out.
Well, we'll see how the online is granted, next week is going to be beta, so it won't be the final product. So, but it'll be nice to play Splatoon again.
Mm-hmm. So, that's all we have to say about Nintendo Switch. Look forward to coming months for more comments, especially as updates come out, such as, online play and other updates that, make it more than just a
Zelda machine.
Just a Zelda machine. Perfect.
That's basically what the Switch is right now.
That is basically what it is. I laughed. There was this guy in front of me when I was buying my Switch, and he's like, I'm just buying Bomberman. I don't really like Zelda. And, first he said he didn't like Zelda. I'm like, what's kind of wrong with you? But he's like, I'm buying for Bomberman. I'm like, wow, kudos to him. I also bought my 3DS for Star Fox, and people would kind of say I'm kind of an odd fish for doing that. But, Bomberman for the Switch, I'm like, okay, good for you.
I didn't know Bomberman fans were that crazy that they would buy a console just for Bomberman.
Yeah.
Well, it worked. Bomberman broke sales records for its series.
Is that kind of a low bar, though?
I don't know if it's a low bar, but it's nice to see that, Bomberman got good
I feel like that was like a nostalgia buy for a lot of people. Like it's been so long.
Plus, I also feel like it's also a buy where, like, there's nothing else to play, so I guess
exactly.
I'll buy Bomberman.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with 1-2 Switch actually. 1-2 Switch has been selling fairly well actually.
Oh, I wouldn't buy that.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, really 5 games. You know, you kind of like, okay, I kind of want more one game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't care about any of those games. The only reason I didn't, because I'm like, all right, down the road there's going to be good 3 or 4. Like, I'm not even going to be annoyed in the summer when I have nothing to play, because I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to have at least 3 games in the fall, and you know, that's going to take up all my time. So unlike the Wii U, where I'm like, okay, I'm a little annoyed.
Wii U is just like, where's the next game? Let's see. Never. Pretty much never.
Never know E3. Might be more games coming out, so, you know, we look forward to that.
Oh yeah, E3 is going to be fun. I want to know Nintendo's going to do a press conference again. Because they just did a presentation for the Switch, so what if Nintendo will go back on the big stage and then have E3 press conferences again? That'd be great.
Maybe they'll show off those random 3DS games they've been hiding from us, apparently.
Yeah, Nintendo's constantly been teasing us with new 3DS games, but we haven't seen any of that.
I haven't touched my 3DS for a while.
Well, ever since Zelda came out, I haven't really played my 3DS.
I haven't touched really anything since Zelda.
Zelda's just all-encompassing.
Yep.
So, I guess for this week for our shout-out, this month for our shout-out, we'd like to congratulate Nintendo for the successful launch for the Switch. They're in a much better position than the Wii U was at the time.
That was a pretty low bar.
Yeah. 2 months into the Wii U, they had to say, "Oh, we have our Wii U Direct, and here's all the games coming out for the console life." That's basically what it felt like that Wii U Direct was. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, those are all announced during that.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
The Direct, and those games took forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, people are so interested in buying the console, even though it has a very small library, and if this keeps up, Nintendo speeds up the production quickly enough, you can see some pretty large numbers for the console that we haven't seen in quite a few years. Switch's library looks good for the future with the games we mentioned already, so Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, Splatoon 2, Fire Emblem Warriors, Super Mario Odyssey, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 releasing this year. If none of these get delayed, then it's going to be some crazy games for 1 year.
We will have a busy year on the show.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, we would fit all these in.
We will have to. We will do it.
There's a lot of games. Alright, that's if they all come out on time. So this will drive interest in the Switch for sure. So even in this year alone, like, Switch looks like it might even sell like at least like maybe a third of the Wii U's total lifetime sales. Wii U's lifetime sales I think was 14 million. Switch reaching like 3.5 million this year seems very likely given interest. So this will only help out Nintendo, and of course gaming as a whole will take interest. And we're still in the early stages of the console, but it's exciting to see people have interest in the Nintendo console again.
Yeah, so you know we'll look forward to it, and we'll definitely continue covering it on the big end.
Yep.
So that's all the time we have for this episode. Our main theme is provided by Victor Zoni. If you have any questions or comments, please email us at TheBigNPodcast@gmail.com. If you like what you hear today, please subscribe to our channel. And if you're interested in us covering other games or talking about other issues, The Big N will be having a pilot episode of our companion series, Solo Run, probably coming out one of these days, where one of us will cover a game or an issue that we don't get to cover on the show. There's a lot of games that come out. There's a lot of older games especially that, you know, I want to talk about and want to cover, but we just can't find the time, especially this year with so many games coming on the Switch and potential 3DS games. We don't always get to cover everything, and there are games that, you know, people have asked us to cover. So please look forward to the coming months for the Big N Solo Run. Hopefully we'll have one in the coming months where we'll cover, again, one of us cover, you know, a game or an issue that we're passionate about. And if there's anything you want us to hear, whether it's a game, please let us know, and, you know, we'll cover it in the future. So thanks for listening to us today. I'm Mike.
I'm Nathan.
And this is The Big N.